You cannot deceive this family.
I didn't, I swear.
Mother, please, let's talk.
No more lies. That child is not our brother's child.
I have never been with anyone else.
Lies, I won't hear it. Then who is the father?
That child is not our brother's child.
Oh, we have raised a bastard. Oh, we have raised a bastard.
How this happened? Chidi, please believe me. Believe you after what you did.
Stop it, both of you!
This is your fault. How could you do this to us?
Chidi and Joy's marriage felt less like a spark and more like a steady flame. Chidi loved the mornings when Joy would make him a cup of coffee in one of his sheds, and they talked like newlyweds. Joy loved when he would joke about the food. She would pretend to be offended, and they would laugh like children. When she packed his lunch for work, he always came back to hug her from behind and thank her for the meal. Marriage suited them. They were truly best friends. Their daughter, Ada, was the joy of their life. Every morning, Joy would get her ready for school and Chidi would drop her off. He would tie her shoelaces, give her a hug, then she would run off to play. She was a ball of energy. At night, they would eat dinner together and laugh like a family that had nothing to fear. Those were happy days. But Chidi came from a large Igbo family, deeply rooted in tradition. And they did not like Joy because she did not understand the Igbo traditions. His mother and sisters made subtle comments. They questioned how she would raise a daughter who might not know their culture. When Joy tried to help, they criticized everything. The way she fetched water weekly, swept the compound slowly, even how she cooked for Chidi.
Mama, do you want help?
You can try. Your Igbo, still not strong. You must teach Ada Igbo.
Look at her, she's going to drop it. Told you so. What a mess. Poor thing.
You're not even sweeping well. And using that broom, it's wrong.
Aunties, this is how we do it where we are from.
Is this how you'll be cooking for my son? Know that Ada does not eat proper food and my son looks malnourished.
I am trying my best.
The humiliation broke her. Joy told Chidi the experience in tears. He was furious. He called his family immediately. He told them that if they were going to disrespect his wife, then they could forget about having a relationship with him. That call did not go well. One of his sisters grabbed the phone, and in rage, she said something that Chidi dismissed as pure anger. Your wife is a whore. Do a DNA test. That child is not yours. Chidi ended the call in anger. And for a while, life continued just as it always had. Until Ada got sick. At first, it was small things. Dizziness, fatigue, unusual thirst. When she was too weak to even go to school, doctors ran tests. Ada had type 1 diabetes. It was manageable, they said, but it would require discipline and vigilance. Chidi took her to her appointments, he learned how to monitor her insulin levels and care for her, and Joy changed the entire kitchen routine. They adjusted, together. But then came the complication, an infection. Ada's hemoglobin dropped suddenly. The doctor said she needed an urgent blood transfusion. Chidi and Joy volunteered immediately. Blood was drawn, tests were run. Then the doctor returned with a strange expression. There appears to be a mismatch. Joy's blood type was O, Chidi's was O, Ada's was AB. Genetically, it was impossible. The doctor only said Ada needed blood urgently. Chidi couldn't quiet the numbers in his mind. Without telling Joy, Chidi requested a paternity test. When the results came back, he sat in his car outside the laboratory for a long time, just staring at the envelope. Then he opened it. Probability of paternity, 0%. Chidi sat there in the car and cried. He cried because he couldn't believe it. Joy would not do that to him. When he got home, Joy was waiting at the dining table. Her eyes were swollen from crying. She knew something was wrong the
Joy,
moment she
Ada's
saw
father.
him. Chidi sat opposite her and quietly placed the test results on the table. Joy read it once. Then she looked up at him with horror. "I have never," she said, her voice shaking, "I have never been with anyone else." She wasn't just losing her marriage. She was losing her daughter too. And Chidi believed her. He held her hand in reassurance. That was the most confusing part. Then somehow, his family found out. They arrived furious. Loud accusations filled the room. Joy stood in the middle of it all, pale and exhausted, with no energy to react. Chidi did not condemn her, but when the shouting became too much, he forced his family out of the house. And when they left, he held her. In that moment, Joy knew something their love might not survive had begun. They summoned Chidi and Joy to a family meeting. Accusing fingers pointed in every direction as Chidi held the 0% paternity result.
That child is not our brother's child. You cannot deceive this family. I didn't, I swear.
Mother, please, let's talk.
No more lies. That child is not our brother's child. I have never been with anyone else. Lies, I won't hear it. Then who is the father? That child is not our brother's child. Oh, we have raised a bastard. Oh, we have raised a bastard. How this happened? Chidi, please believe me. Believe you after what you did.
Stop it, both of you!
This is your fault. How could you do this to us?
That night, Joy left the village with Ada without Chidi. Chidi called her again and again, but she did not answer. Joy moved Ada into a small rental apartment she owned in the city. When Ada asked about her father, Joy would fight back tears and say that Daddy had work to finish in the village. Chidi kept calling. He left voice messages. He sent text messages that went unanswered. Some nights, he sat with his phone in his hand and cried as he watched his life fall apart. Meanwhile, Joy focused all her energy on caring for Ada. She monitored Ada's insulin injections herself, often with trembling hands and tearful eyes. Some days, she mourned the loss of her marriage. Other days, she feared losing Ada too. Raising Ada alone was slowly wearing her down. One afternoon, as Joy wheeled Ada through the hospital hallway, they met a nurse. She introduced herself as Nurse Ife.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you feeling today?
You're very brave, you know that.
Thank you.
What's your name, princess?
Ada.
Ready to go, Ada?
Yes, Mommy.
Take care now.
Thank you, nurse.
Oh my God.
Nosife began checking on Ada regularly. She was warm, gentle, and full of humor. She made Ada laugh when the treatments were painful, and before long, she had become a close friend to both Joy and Ada. Ada especially loved her. In the middle of all that darkness, Nurse Ife felt like a small ray of sunlight. One day, while speaking with Joy, Nurse Ife casually asked where Ada's father was. Joy's eyes filled with tears. "It's complicated," she said. Days later, Nurse Ife found Joy sitting outside Ada's hospital room, completely broken. Joy didn't know why, but something about Nurse Ife made her feel safe. And so she told her everything. The paternity test, the accusations, the humiliation from Chidi's family. She confessed that she still loved Chidi and that she hated facing all of this alone. As Joy spoke, Nosife began to cry quietly. The next day, Nosife did not come to Ada's room. She was absent the day after that, and the day after that. On the fourth day, Ada asked where her favorite nurse had gone. When Nosife finally returned, she asked Joy to meet her in the hospital break room. She said they needed to talk.
Joy, thank you for coming. You didn't come to see Ada all week. Is everything okay? Joy, I have been trying to find the courage to talk to you. What I am about to tell you will change everything. Joy, I walked in the maternity ward the night you gave birth. Why are you telling me this? That night, someone from your husband's family came to the hospital.
What are you saying?
Joy, you did not give birth to a girl that night. You gave birth to a healthy baby boy.
No, that's not possible. You see, that night, your sister-in-law had visited the hospital. She came to bribe the nurses, gave the head nurse an envelope, and asked her to look away. After you had your boy, you laid there unconscious and he was taken to the NICU. I was there when she came to look at him. When she left, another nurse came to swap him with a girl whose mother died that night. Joy, the girl in the bassinet was not yours. Her mother died and she was bound for the orphanage.
After that conversation, Joy called Chidi with trembling hands. As she told him what Nosife had confessed, Chidi sat in stunned silence. And as Joy spoke, memories came flooding back. He remembered the night Ada was born. His sister had called him urgently, saying their mother was sick and needed him at home immediately. When he arrived, he found his mother lying weakly on the couch. He sat beside her, worried. His sister handed him a glass of juice. He drank it. As his mother spoke about her illness, Chidi began to feel strangely tired. Before he realized what was happening, he fell asleep. When he woke up hours later, his heart dropped. His phone showed 20 missed calls from Joy and several desperate messages. He rushed into his car and drove straight to the hospital. When he arrived, Joy was holding their newborn daughter Ada, crying angry, exhausted tears. Then other memories returned. The many times his father and sister had pressured him to produce a son. When Joy's pregnancy test first came back positive, they were overjoyed. But the first baby they lost broke them. And when that child died, no one from Chidi's family came to comfort them. They tried again. This time, the pregnancy nearly cost Joy her life. And again, they lost the baby. The doctor finally warned them that another pregnancy could kill Joy. So they made a decision. They would stop trying. They would stop mourning children they had never met. And instead, they would focus on the family they already had. Joy, Chidi, and Ada. As those memories returned, Chidi began to cry. The next day, he went to the hospital to see Joy and Ada.
Hello, Ada.
Daddy, you came.
I'm here now.
Are you both staying?
Yes, my love.
We're not going anywhere.
We cannot keep running from this.
Where is our son?
But when he left that hospital room, Chidi drove straight to the village. This time, he did not come alone. He brought the police.
Where is my son?
You brought police to your own family house? Chidi, what are you saying? Which son?
The nurse has confessed. You stole my son. Officer, please take them. Anything you say can be used against you in court.
In that moment, Chidi wondered how people who claimed to love him would hate him so deeply.